So an unexpected reveal dropped into our laps today. It looks like we got our very first look of some brand new Transformers Velocitron Speedia 500 collection Wave 2 Voyagers. This is a Voyager that we learned about quite a few months ago, and now we finally get some images, courtesy of some Walmart stock images in their computers that were found by JT Prime 17. And these are the stock images of Transformers Legacy Velocitron Speedia 500 collection, Autobot, Hot Rod, the Voyager class. Now, we had a lot of speculation of what this could be in terms of color schemes, but judging by what has Hasbro been doing in the past, both with the buzzworthy Bumblebee line and a few other sidelines, we're going with now toy accurate colors. More specifically, 1986 Hot Rod's G1 toy accurate colors. And I mean, it's something where the differences between the two are negligible. Obviously, it's a darker tone and a more lean on oranges like the original toy was. The difference between really the original Hot Rod and his animation counterpart is a more magenta kind of hue and gray areas where that orange would have normally been because of how the original toy was gang molded back in the day. It pretty much had only, dare I say, 4 different plastics. It had the chrome for the exhaust. It had the clear blue that was then painted over. It had a yellow spoiler, and then it had all that orange and at the time dark red that was sculpted on there with paint decos and everything like that. I guess you could say black for the metal feet and stuff like that, and it was gang molded too. And anyways, I'm going into toy semantics here. The point is, what we have today is a toy accurate Hot Rod. And what we see here that really invokes that of the original toy version is taking all of that magenta that was on the original Studio Series 86, turning it into that dark red, and then taking all the gray plastic that was on the original Studio Series 86, specifically the hands, taking anything that was that hue of the hands, so the hands were originally like a light gray. Now, all of that is turned into orange. So where was also that gray plastic used on Hot Rod? So that gray plastic that was used for his hands were also used for his elbow joints. It was also used for the connection point that kept his little tri-blasters on his wrist. So you could see they're now orange, and it looks kind of weird and breaks it up a little bit. So it's something that, is it a better repaint? It's okay. The way that I see it is, it's something that they wanted to figure out a way to do another Hot Rod. Maybe they didn't want to have to do a black repaint or a Lost Light colors. They figured we're going to do the toy repaint sooner or later. Might as well do it through a Walmart exclusive. Even the deco that's done on the chest is more accurate to how the flame on the toy was. For people that aren't aware, Hot Rod's flame in his animation model only had like 3 spokes of the flames on each side of the flame pattern. But the toy deco, the flame on his chest was much more busy. I think it had like 6 on each side. So it was much more busy, much more flamey, if you will. And of course, the details on the front of his shins and the front of his legs, which also invoke that of the original chrome sticker that was used on the original 86 Hot Rod toy. They put some paint this time on the buzzsaw, so now the buzzsaw has a red kind of paint, a blue kind of paint deco on it. There's little things here and there, but at the end of the day, it really is just homaging that original toy and doing a pretty good job at it. I think that how they could have really sealed the deal, I know it would have been a little extra paint, but paint the entire back half of his head like gray and put a little engine block kind of detail where normally like, that clear tampo could have been. I don't know, that's asking a little much, but I think that would have been the final like, oh man, it is completely that. I don't know, maybe it is. It's kind of hard to tell because we can't really see the back of the head from both the back of the packaging shot and the stock image here. Maybe they put some gray paint on the back. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they really did go the full 9 yards. But looks cool otherwise. Again, technically this would be very toy accurate because, it originally came with both guns, and so did the original toy. The original toy came with 2 guns too, so you could really sell that home. According to the listings, it says here it comes with the 2 guns, the buzz saws, and the 2 energy accessories. I guess the Matrix is absent this time around. I find that bizarre that they would leave the Matrix out. I don't know why. I mean, it's already on the mold sprue. Why would they leave it out? But I guess, I don't know. It is kind of weird. Maybe it is included, but it is absent from both the listing and all the photography here. So, not much really we could say. Another thing, too, that's funny is if you look at the box art, the box art is a fusion of two other Marcello pieces that have been done for Core Class Hot Rod. So the robot mode for the box art uses the robot mode box art used for Kingdom Core Class Hot Rod. Obviously, it's retooled a little bit to more match what the actual product is. Doesn't have the sword, has the different kind of deco patterns on it, but it is overall the same art that was used by Marcello for the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Core Class Hot Rod. And then when you look at the alt mode that's used on the hanger flap for the Voyager class, it uses the box art that was used for the Legacy Core Class Hot Rod. Again, they're both the same figure, but they both sported two very different kind of box art, much like the Voyager class blaster figure. And same thing too, Marcello modded the art as best he could to kind of make it seem like it's two different kind of things, so it doesn't have the little accessory on the roof and everything like that. Although he did leave in the little peg that's on his spoiler that is also present on the original Core Class figure. If he could have just airbrushed that out to make it a little more. But either way, I guess it was just a cheaper, quicker way to kind of put that product out there. And again, he drew in the little the headlights and everything like that to match more of the toy, which was absent on the original art and the original toy of the Core Class. So that's also a funny thing to note. Very interesting. Again, it's something that we knew was coming. We just didn't know what the color scheme was going to be. And I guess they decided, since Walmart exclusives are sold exclusives, and what I mean by that is the distributor of Hasbro sells it to the store. The store goes, we want X numbers of this, and they buy it up front, and Hasbro doesn't have to worry about leftover stock. So sometimes when you have sold exclusives where you don't have to worry about having leftover stock because a store is going to buy it all as a toy company, you could just do some of those wacky repaints and not have to worry if the fans don't receive it well or not. Considering that Hot Rod had his Studio Series 86 release, then he had a re-release in new packaging through Studio Series 86, so anyone who wanted to get that mold already got it. Now we have this, and really it's just going to be hardcore Hot Rod fans like me that just want to own every version and every repaint of this mold that are going to pick it up. I'll tell you one thing, though. I'm really liking this Velocitron Speedia 500 collection. There's a lot of really good stuff in it, between getting, Nitro Convoy, aka Override, in it, and now getting a nice little brand new Hot Rod figure to join the race also. I really like what I see. It's pretty cool stuff. Let me know what you think, guys. Pretty interesting. We still have more to go because according to that capsule listing, there is a other Voyager that is joining Hot Rod in that assortment. There is also 2 leader classes that could be just fillers or could be something brand new. And of course, there still is other deluxes that need to be discovered. So check it out, guys. Enjoy yourself. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. More big news coming this week.